Hello, this is Yo Sensei. In today's tutorial, we will guide you through the essential steps to create compelling section perspective drawings and dynamic exploded axonometric views in Twinmotion. Perfect for architects, designers, and enthusiasts eager to enhance their spatial visualization skills. Okay, let's get started. We will open Twinmotion, and now I am using a version that is Twinmotion 2023.2 education version. Okay, so let's open up this file. So the first thing that you're going to do is to click on import and import the file. And the file is linked in the description section of this video. So please take a look from there. And so this FBX file. This time I would like to collapse by keep hierarchy, and for precision UVs on, up axis auto, for precision normals on none. So I have this kind of retail type of building, and I'm just going to spend some time just applying materials. So I'm just going to fast forward in this section. Okay, so I have applied the basic material to this project. I have like aluminum facade, and then floor is wood, and this kind of piece for the table bottom and things, and aluminum things. So just keep it simple for this tutorial. And so I have this. So the next step is to just remove anything that is not really necessary in this situation. So if you click on this bottom pedestal, there is a starting base that comes with default Twinmotion, so you can just hide it. And then starting ground you can hide, and well, starting ground, let's keep it, and then starting landscape we don't need. So this is the basic kind of thing. So the next step is to add background. So you can go into tools, and then Cyromass, and then choose quarter dome. So if you place it outside of your area, you can place it on the ground, and then you can rotate 180 degrees and make it huge. So you're going to make this one like super huge. Yeah, that's pretty good. And move it to here. So now we have something like this. You can make it a little bit closer, I guess. Okay, and then you can change the radius of this, so make it very rounded so that you don't reach the edge condition. So this is our plane. So next thing is we're going to do the section cube. So go to library, tools, and sections, and then find section cube. So this is going to cut through your building, and then you can again change your scale of this, and about this big, and then you can kind of like have it cutting through closer to the building. For the sake of drawing, I think you can just scale the side a little bit larger. So that is good. Okay. So we have this kind of situation. But the issue is some of the walls that we are seeing, this one is kind of hidden if you see it from the other side. So that is because of the double-sided material. So in Twinmotion, you have to select these materials and then make sure to go down on the right side all the way down, miscellaneous two-sided materials. Can we all select everything and make it two-sided? No. Okay, so for the materials that's going to occur, so this blue one definitely needs to be double-sided. Aluminum, I think we are going to do two-sided for aluminum. Whatever is used in this scene can be double-sided. I think that would be nice. Okay, so that looks good. So next, what we are going to do is to change the angle of light. So go to ambience and then adjust the time of the day so that the light is going to, go through the space. This one's pretty good. So that's for the lighting. And then move the section cube slightly away so that it doesn't cut through my table. Okay, but it will also cut through my skylight. That would be nice. Okay, so the view that you will choose is going to be something like this. So now when we have this section cube, the issue with Twinmotion section cube is that it's not going to kind of cut through the plane as a plane. So you have to decide it. So now we are going to maybe put a couple of people in the space. There is this person model that came from FBX, so you can just delete or hide. And now let's go ahead and find some characters, both humans and, maybe there is a person sitting on this chair. Try to be very, very subtle with the humans. If you do it too much, then it will look bad. Yeah, someone very subtle. Okay, and then think about the vertical line as a very straight line in this case. So you can go to ambience and then let's create a new image under media and then adjust the view. And then you can go into camera setting and then camera effects and then parallelism on. And then you can update the view by clicking this rotation mark and find a view that works very nice and clean for you. Okay, so now, and then update the view. So the issue with the section cube is that it doesn't cut through all the way, and it kind of cheats by like adding this thickness of the area, and then it kind of looks okay, but it's not quite right. So if you are really running out of time and then you just have to do it, it's probably the way to do it. And then I think if we move the view a little bit like this, so I guess something like this is usable, but I think we have issues here and then in different places. So if you have to like just do it this way, but if I were the proper way to do it is to reduce the thickness of this and then paint some color, and I'm going to do this kind of like mustard, color, and then you can store this color here too. So that's what I'm going to have. And so this is my section view. Okay. So for axonometric view, what you're going to do is to hide this section cube and then click media mode. And in this case, you can find this kind of view, and then first try a section cube. Okay, so we will do that for the ground level, and then you can change the scale. Okay, so in this case, people will be cut off, so yeah, you need to be really careful about it. And then this is more like a perspective view. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go into media mode, and then under camera, change my focal length to like 70 millimeter, and then zoom out. It's still a perspective, but it's a lot narrower lens. So maybe try like 100 millimeter. So that's almost axonometric view. Okay. So that is pretty good. And now I am going to try to adjust my lighting, so light should be evenly coming into the space. So something like that is pretty good. And so now again, adjust the thickness of the section. So that's our first floor view. I think this person is cut out. So in this case, I'm going to turn off the second scale figure that I had in section and then update the view. Okay, so that would be our ground level view. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, export the first section view, the section view that so it did update with the new clip section cube. So you need to turn it off and then reset, update the view. Okay, so that would be the section, and then this would be the plan. So now plan, I'm going to probably increase the exposure a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to export the section view and then the bottom floor view. So go to export, and then in this case, you can export these two, and then go into PNG, and then I think the resolution of these videos need to be higher. So you can go back to media mode and then go to image, and then instead of full HD, try like 4K or 8K. So I'm going to do 4K for these. Okay, and then go into export and then export these images. Okay, so once I have done the first level rendered, I am going to duplicate this view and then go into the next one. So in the next level, what you need to do is you have this section cube. Okay, so this section cube needs to be inverted. And then there needs to be a next section cube that needs to come in. And then this one is going to cut through your building for the second level. And then you can expand this view. So the first level is inverted, and then the second level is, only shown. So in this case, you can just click on this, update view button again. It gets a little bit tricky because this invert, button doesn't carry through to the next level. So you have to kind of like render one by one. So this is my second level. So I'm going to also render this. I actually made a mistake of not changing the section cube color for this second one. So I'm going to change it to mustard color and then make it thinner. Okay, and then export this view. Okay, so it has finished rendering. So the next step is to cut out the background using Photoshop. So you can open the Photoshop. And then these are the images that has produced section perspective, first floor and second floor. That's pretty good. So drop these images into Photoshop. And in Photoshop, what we are going to do is we are going to delete the background. Oh man, I missed this corner. So that's not fun. But since this is a PNG, you can do background transparent. I just use Magic Wand tool and then change the sample to 10 or something. And then keep holding shift to keep adding the part that you would like to cut out. Okay. And then just delete. And this part I can delete. Okay. So now you can save this one as an image and then go to the next one. Select this part, delete. These shadows are kind of nice, so maybe we can keep it. Okay, that's good enough. Save. And this one, you can just simply delete the background. I think the 10 is going to cut out this skylight area, so I'm going to do 5 and then select a part that you'd like to delete. Hold shift to click. And I think control click to deselect or option click to deselect. Yeah. Okay, so and delete. All right. So from here, if you want to create this feel using Photoshop, if you're good at Photoshop, that's good. I'm not very good at Photoshop. I'm going to do it in Illustrator. So I'm just going to save this. Okay, so let's open Illustrator files and got rid of the background. We will open Adobe Illustrator and open new file. In this case, we are going to start with web large 1920 by 1080 point document. And we are going to drag and drop the PNGs. Okay, so now we have these PNGs. Does it have the background? I guess only the background was removed for the second floor, which is fine for now. So we are first going to work on the section perspective, so you can remove the axonometric stuff. And then you can move the section drawing into, and then rescale the section drawing to the screen. So this is that. So in this case, we tried to draw the section cut with this yellow color, but in some cases it worked in the solid, but in other cases it is not really filling inside of the wall and the stairs. So we're going to have to manually draw it. So first thing that you're going to do is to go to layers and then create 2 additional layers and then change layer 1 name to BG, which is background, and then you can put the layer 2 to fill and then layer 3 to be info, I guess. Yeah. So in this case, you can just click on the layer to lock the layer and then move to fill layer. So those parts that are really not properly made, what you need to do is to just draw a box and just remove the fill for now and then maybe change the stroke color to like red or pink or something, or in this case we're gonna use the same golden color. We will change it to fill later. So you can just, using the direct selection tool, you can just, you know, change the where you touch on this section, and then you can zoom in and out to get it to work. So we can just make another one and then direct selection tool to kind of, you know, create boxes around the place that you see. So I'm just going to fast forward this part and then, you know, get it done. And then we will talk about the next step soon. Okay, so now we have drawn all of the outlines for the fill. And if you turn off the background layer, it will look like this. And then you can select all of them and then go to Pathfinder and then make a united shape for all of these and then switch from fill to stroke to fill. So that you will get this kind of section. And I think it's slightly different in this color, so we can just, you know, and also this should be a section cut. So you can just keep editing this as you go. Okay, cool. So this is nice. So this is a good section perspective. So after that, I would like to add some annotation to this section drawing. And normally also what we would like to do is to fill in the entire ground kind of deep. And then this is going to give you, you know, opportunity to put like some drawings or material or something in this area for a graphic board. So this is kind of useful. And now you can just add labels like, you know, chill out space. And change text to something that is not, okay, I'm going to use dim, bold, medium, so that's pretty good. And then chill out space, you know, product display. upper lounge, lower lounge. Maybe I will return. Okay, so for this, I would like to do is to get it kind of aligned on the top area, or and then add leader line. So in this case, what you can do is to use a pen tool and then, that kind of like just drop it down straight, and then stroke. And the stroke should be something like subtle. So I would go with 0.5 point stroke of this black, and then, do the arrowhead that is, white circle out, and then maybe you can do 1 point, and then increase the arrowhead size to like 200%. Okay, so that's pretty good. And so you can kind of do this kind of like straight drop down, or different ways, but try to keep your leader line pretty subtle. Okay, so this would be the section perspective. Good luck drawing this. So the second part is exploded axonometric. And in this case, what we're going to do is to go to artboard section of your file, and then create another artboard. So this is artboard 2. And then resize. For some reasons, my bottom layer didn't do the PNG background transparent, so I'm going to just use it, but adjust the color in Illustrator somehow. So for some reasons, my thing got cut here, so try to avoid this situation when you're doing it for your own project. And then, okay, so now we are aligning these drawings, top and bottom. And then the goal is for your audience to see as much of this as possible. So try to kind of make it as big as possible on your page, especially when you have these details. Okay, so that's good. And then I'm just going to draw the whole rectangle, and then use color picker to pick the background color of this, so that the background of this is going to be the background color. And you can arrange to bring to back. So we have this. So we can just, lock the background layer. This is kind of nice. This is imperfection that you will have from here, so you want to avoid it. So in this case, we are also going to label, and for labeling of axonometric drawing, you need to show how things are being exploded. So you can just use a black line here to show explosion. So in this case, I'm going to use 0.5 point line weight. Dash line is going to be 8 point dash line. And then just, connect like corners that where things will line up. And yeah, so in the back, maybe you do it, but this is going to be masked by it. So you can just direct selection tool to make it a little bit smaller. So that's pretty good. And then you're going to label using this kind of stuff. So you can just, drag and drop these labels. And maybe we would like to put the text on the left side, so you can just unlock this layer. and have it to come back. Oops, you have to grab the stroke as well. So we can grab this over here and then align the text to left, and then, you know, do the same labeling. So upper lounge is over here. And then lower lounge is over here. So this layout is really up to you. So you should be able to do whatever the layout that works for you. So in this case, again, we would like to do the fill. So in this case, we would like to actually do something. We want to cheat a little bit. So I'm just going to draw these lines. And then let's try to sample this color, but change the stroke and reverse the stroke and fill, and then thickness of the line. Yeah, that looks pretty good at this scale. So I'm just going to do this methodology of just drawing the line in the center and then, you know, get it to, oops, become our section line. Okay, yeah, actually I should have done it in the section perspective to begin with. Oh yeah, this is going to hide our imperfection of that. That's nice. And then after that, you can kind of like, you know, adjust it so that it's going to fit. Yeah, this is a lot easier. So I should have done that in the first place. But this will, okay. So this will conclude our drawing of section perspective and exploded axonometric. This section perspective is super useful for you to really communicate ideas of complexity of the building of multi-story. And exploded axonometric is really great way to communicate your space and programmatic organization. I hope you will use this skill set for your future project. See you in the next video. Bye.